Today's topic is time management. Yes, we're going to talk about ways that we can finish the task with the world always having so much happening. Sometimes it feels like you're running on a treadmill or you're in one of those hamster wheels that just going around and around. We need to finish the task and manage our time properly. So I'm Dr. Simmons, and let's take this journey together as we discuss time management and time management skills. So, why is time management so important? Why is it important? Why do we need to have good time management? Well, it increases productivity. You want to be more productive in the life that you live. And also, it will definitely reduce some stress and also enhances your ability to reach your goal and to make you more productive. So let's stop wasting time and let's take advantage of the time that we have. And let's practice ways to master our time. We could be the master of our own destiny if we learn how to master our time. And that's very important because time could get away because you have so many distractions. Let's talk about some time management skills. Plan your day in advance. Think about it. Think and identify ways that you can daily determine the time that you spent and what it would take to do it. So you have to take some time to think. Identify the things you do every day. What do you do every day? Take a moment. There's your moment. Think about what you do every day and how you can manage your time better. And then ask yourself, what is the routine that I usually do each day? What is important? What are my priorities? And that's how we manage our time. We develop a routine and we understand our priority. Establish your routine and prioritize first. When you prioritize first, you start with the manageable duties and be consistent. This will get easier and help you to reduce your decision making and fatigue and give you a positive sense of accomplishment. What is it that you do every day? I mean, my routine would include the simple, let's talk about some of the simple priorities. It could be like managing items like, meal prep, dinner, preparing dinner every day. So, in managing my time, I know that I'm going to prepare dinner. I know that I have to have a type of balanced meal for dinner. And usually we plan that. We plan what we're going to buy at the store, what we're going to serve, and things of that nature. That's an example of developing a routine and understanding your priorities and taking it seriously and then having the time to do it. So I will prepare my meal planning in advance in the early part of the day or maybe in the week when I do my grocery shopping. That's a way that you manage your time. In other words, you plan ahead. So prioritize first the routine things that you can do and be consistent. Be true to yourself. Don't try to do what somebody else is doing because their life is not your life. So try to be true to yourself and manage your time properly. And time management skills also includes number one, you've got to focus. The real enemy is distractions. So minimize your distractions. Identify things that may distract you. So don't allow those things to take your time. Don't waste your time. What are some of those things? I mean, I can just think about the TV. TV can be a distraction. Cell phones can be a distraction. Social media. How many hours do you find yourself on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, or other social media platforms? Even other people's problems can be a distraction. So you have to determine if that's a problem you need to participate in or not. If that's a situation where you get another phone call from somebody and that phone call takes you away from your focus, from your focus. So it's necessary for you to minimize those distractions. Otherwise, you'll never reach a good time management skill. But let me tell you about Pomodoro Technique. Pomodoro Technique, Italian for tomato. It's a technique that was invented in the late 1980s. That's a little history about it by Francesco Serrero. And he was a university student, just an ordinary university student, he was overwhelmed with his assignments and intense study schedules. And, university is not like high school. So now you're on your own and you have to complete tasks. And he felt burnt out and he was not completing the task. He challenged himself to try tried to figure out a way that he could really get the job done. And he's an ordinary person, and he used an ordinary kitchen timer to do it. So he challenged himself with saying, I'm going to work on this project for a few minutes. I'm going to focus myself. And what did he use? I said Pomodoro means tomato in Italian. And he used a kitchen timer to keep track of how his time was being used. And I'm not telling you to get a kitchen timer like a tomato, but I did get a kitchen timer. It's not a tomato, but I did apply this technique to my life, and I found it very helpful. So let's talk about his technique. I'm going to just call it the tomato technique. I'm saying turn off your phone, your cell phone, no email, no social media or other distractions. Because number one, that will stop the process from being effective. And what he did, he focused on a task. And he focused on the task for about 25 minutes. After he focused on the task, he took a break. You take a break. This is how it works. You put small tasks together and you only spend about 25 minutes on that task. And what I did was, this is an example. You can say, I'm going to open the mail. I'm going to work on my mail and it's piled up and I need to get this paper I need to go through the paperwork. So focus on the task for 25 minutes. After that timer goes off, you set the timer for 25 minutes, then you take a break. You can take 5 or 10-minute break. And then you focus on another task. And then you take a break. Another 25 minutes. And then you take a break. Then you focus on another task. And then you take a break for 25 minutes. And you have these small tasks, and when you do them, and I usually do different tasks, I'm not going to do 25 minutes on the mail and then come back and do another 25 minutes on the mail. No, I can tackle another task during the next 25 minutes, but you can personalize this to match yourself. But his technique was to focus on the task for 25 minutes. I don't know why 25 is a little off for me. I would say 30 minutes. Focus on the task for 30 minutes. And then after you focus on the task, and you set the timer now. That's what the timer is for. Set the timer. And then you take a break, 5 to 10 minutes. Now, I prefer a 15-minute break. So I will focus on my task 30 minutes. Then I would take a 15-minute break. So let's say that I'm going to focus on my dinner preparation. I'm going to focus on that task for 25 minutes, decide what I'm going to have, or even start preparing that dinner, put that on, knowing that I need 30 minutes. Whatever I'm going to do in 30 minutes, I'm going to do it within the 30 minutes. Then I'm going to take a break, and my break is going to be 15 minutes. And then let's say I'm going to work on some paperwork. The next task will be working on paperwork. And then I'll do that for 30 minutes. And so personalize this for yourself. The goal is that you work, you concentrate, and you focus. That's the key word here. Focus on the task. Don't be interrupted. Don't pick up your phone. Now, in the beginning, I have to be honest, I use my cell phone as the timer. That does not work. I'm letting you know from experience, it doesn't work because you might get an email, you might get a text, and that's what would happen. You might read the text. All of a sudden, you're distracted. So don't be distracted, but just take small steps. And so that's why I bought a timer. I actually bought a separate timer. And once that timer is set off and it rings, I set it and then it rings, then when it rings, that means that time is over and I no longer can work on that task. But look at your task and say to yourself, is this something I can do in 30 minutes? Or maybe you'll say an hour. Maybe you're going to do a task for an hour. And maybe that's more comfortable for you because I'm telling you, make this fit for you. What's truth to your life and your lifestyle? Because the goal is to finish the task. That's our goal today. Finish the task. And sometimes it's easier to personalize this and customize this so that you can finish and you'll be right on target to finish the task. So whatever you come up with, you might want to make a list, use a pen and paper and decide what you're going to do. Experiment. Hey, life is here and it might be something that works for you, but I know for me, it really works for me. It really works for me. Sometimes I may say I'm going to clean the inside of my car. I'm going to take 30 minutes minutes, set the timer. I bring the little timer. I don't have the little tomato one. I just got a really small kitchen timer. And I take it with me. I go to the car, and I'm going to clean the inside of my car for that amount of time. It might take me 30 minutes too, since the last time I had to clean it out. And then when that timer goes off, I'm done. And I really have made a substantial dent in the project. And that's what's important. And then eventually I will finish that project. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to have proper time management. And this is a system that works. If you have it on your screen, take a picture of it, apply it, do your own research, bring it together, because the most important thing is that you learn how to do better time management. I just want to thank you for letting me be of service. Let me service you today in this topic of time management. And I suggest to you, finish the task. Don't leave it undone. Finish what you need to get done. Okay? Thank you for letting me be of service. I believe God used ordinary people to do extraordinary things. And the young man that developed this time management system was an ordinary man, and he used an ordinary kitchen timer. So you go out, do something great today. God is with you, because through Christ, all things are possible. You can do all things through him who strengthens you. And God uses ordinary people. Thank you for letting me be of service. I'm Dr. Simmons, and I hope to hear from you soon. God bless.